Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Monaco Solo Pickpocket Edition. If you remember from last time, we just handled the Place du Palais? I'm going to assume is how you say that. Anyway, we're on to the casino and the Hotel de Monaco, the last two missions of the first campaign. We are really rocking at this point. And so the general plot, again, I'm not really going into that too much in this game, but the plot at this point is, our intrepid heroes, or anti-heroes, or not even that, I guess, have just robbed the crap out of Monaco, and they really should be, at this point, making good their escape. But, they are finding themselves increasingly unable to pull the trigger and actually get out and go away, which is, somewhat of a personality flaw for hardened criminals. Maybe this guy is gonna let me... Whew. Yeah, that was a fairly handy little exit there. And I can scoot back the other way when I need to. Not entirely sure I'm gonna make it out before this thing turns back on, but oh my goodness, I did. That was downright acrobatic, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, it should be obvious to anyone paying close attention to the plot, which again we are not, that the gentleman doesn't necessarily have the thief's best interest at heart. He's not a nurturing sort. Go get it, Hector. I keep you around for a reason. Woo! Here comes a man. And in fact, he is just sort of in this in this set of circumstances, he is just using them because he's discovered that they're really pretty good at stealing, although that's arguably their only skill. They're certainly not skilled in terms of being moral individuals, although we're not looking for that. You know, I mean, I'm a guy who's got a monkey, and the monkey steals things. I've kind of come to accept my lot in life, I guess. You know, if I found a wrench, I would take the wrench, but as it is, are certain advantages. Oh, I might need to pop that again. I don't know if this is gonna... Oh, peas. Excuse me, everybody. I should have started picking that and then only popped the EMP when it was very near to being exhausted. Oh well, we all live and learn. Fortunately, in the casino here, there are quite a few line-of-sight breaking walls and things like that. Anyway, yeah, so they should be escaping. They've been, like, quote, trying, end quote, to escape for kind of a while now. And they're sitting in their hotel room. And across the river, it's a nice scene. Across the river is freedom, and presumably they can get to, well, wherever they would get to. Somewhere in Africa, I suppose. Morocco or something like that, with their Lebanese passports, which you'll remember they all still have from like the second mission. But if they look the other way across, after having, I mean, they've robbed the palace of this, the royal palace of this country, so it's not like they're hurting for money, but they can see the casino, which is just too tempting a target for them. So that's it for the first floor there. You can see that at this point in the game, they give you the really, powerful items and stuff like that, and you're going to want to make maximum usage of those. Do I have a key? I do not have a key. That is something we should remedy. Now, I would have been much more detected by now, but I held true to my ABA, or NSA, always be ambling, never stop ambling tenant. I tend to like to go for the lower levels before I do the upper levels. And this is another one of those little, it's good to explore things down here. There is a ladder and a curtained lower level that allows you to bypass this area up here. The kind of fearlessness that you can show, which is just, walking around, not caring if you get noticed by guards a little bit, is due in some part to understanding how the guard's attention works. Oh, there's a... Well... Yeah, I'll take it. I may regret that. I may actually wish for an AMP or an EMP later, because I'm not wishing to spoil anything. There's kind of a lot of security in this area here. we'll do what we can. Okay, this is a great room, as we can already tell. I was saying that the fearlessness is kind of a result of understanding how sneaking works and how ambling works. It's just you get noticed so quickly if you are not ambling. If you're running around, guards will notice you and pick up on your trail nigh instantaneously. I mean, you'll get a couple seconds free or something like that, but nothing like enough time. Here we go. A telephone to distract that. Oh, golly. You can actually pick up and put down the telephones, which stop people from checking on them. But in general, they're not really doing enough damage. Okay. Let's see. See if I can get myself two hacks here. There we go. That gets me into this room. And that guy was paying attention to me, which I did not like. And across we go. Now there's some security in here, which I will want to avoid. See, I needed at least one hack. Really hoping that I can... Is this hack going to... See, here's the problem with hacks, yet again, is that they don't always really go where you want them to. They're really kind of temperamental. So I'm going to need both of those, or an EMP. An EMP would also work in that area. But again, I might have to blow, 2 EMPs just on that one part there. Now, one of the parts... Oh, golly. Notice that. This is an armed door, isn't it? Well, we may need to try to get a little inventive down here. I actually haven't tried this before, but here is an RPG. And a lot of the walls around in here are... you may notice that kind of cross texture there. Alright, let's see if this works. Ooh, it did! Awesome! Okay, and you notice that they did not explode when they were hit with that RPG. And that is on account of these are impenetrable walls. And for us, the player, probably the main thing to note is that they are unmollable. Now, I'm not sure... I'm going to kill myself here? I haven't really... Oh, here comes a guy. Don't know where he's going to go. I don't think he's checking out the disturbance. Because for whatever reason, as I've mentioned, guards don't really detect... Yeah, guards don't really detect RPG explosions. I get it? Did I get it? Ah, I got it. Oh, this is great. I thought I was a goner for sure. Oh. Okay, that was a good use of corners there. I do wonder if that isn't somewhat bugged or something like that. All right, let's see what we can do here. There goes one, and getting that last one is going to be an awful challenge. He keeps coming down, so I wonder if he does kind of hear that, or if they're just really actively patrolling this region here. You know what, though? Why don't I run out of here? Let's see if I can't get myself... Oh, well, heck, there's a TNT as well. That's welcome. I was going to say, as long as he turns down, I'll be good. Why don't I go out of here and get myself a computer? This is very different from the way I've played this level before. Honestly, usually... I've got the mole in here. Excuse me, folks. You get a tuxedo, so I can just not care about those two. You can see they've been back in here. Those pressure plates aren't too bad of a danger, really, just as long as you avoid them. Are you good? Will you? Thank you. Obviously, again, activating any of those cameras would lock the double locked doors, and that would be all kinds of bad for you, but man, that was an interesting way to clear out that vault. TNT would have worked just as well. Well, arguably just as well. I say arguably because, while it certainly would have, it wouldn't have taken out the mole-proof walls, because I'm pretty sure nothing can destroy those. And it would have taken out the cameras just as well. The unfortunate part is it would have alerted a guard every time I used one. and they would have come flooding in. And that wouldn't have been a deal breaker because, you know, I'm able to get away from them. We got 2 pennies. Ah, that's both of them. Very, very nice. Oh, you see there was a fuse up there. Forgot about that one. I maybe could have tried to pull that. But I probably couldn't have got in and out. Oh, this is an inconvenient place for me to come back, isn't it? Is the door locked? It isn't. That is brilliant. That is just possible. Ah, ha, ha, ha. There we go. Who is best at thieving? It's me. Alright, I got a whole hawk of wrenches, and I am feeling sassy. So, yeah, I'm still not sure if that's intentional or a bug or whatever, but nobody cares about the RPG explosions. You can explode right next to a guard's head, and he'll keep on marching through. So, improvisation is a big part of this game, and that's one of the things that I like a lot. I mean, I'm sure, because I've done this in some of the harder levels, you can just path out a basically optimal route and, you know, stick to it and win that way. And that's fine. You know, for some of the challenge maps, that's downright required. Did I use my key? I didn't. I still have my key. Or at least I stole a new key, which is functionally the same. There we go. That gets us to the second level. Yeah, I was saying, but if you don't do that, and you forget sort of where things are, and you know, the way I am is I've played through all these levels. I wanted to, you know, make sure I was at least near the skill level required to do this for a solo pickpocketing run. Again, this is for the casual LP thread, so I'm not going to be D. Scruffy and his band of absolute maniacs just tearing through everything. But there we go. But I knew I can do it. And I'm not going to make anybody watch, you know, 30 takes or whatever if I really mess up a level. Although that probably won't be a problem until the second campaign, I say with fingers crossed. So I know in broad general strokes kind of the routes I'm taking. You know, I know for this map, for instance, he's probably going to come up here, isn't he? I know that in this map, for instance, there we go, I am going down this way, and then I kind of go up and around, and that's probably not 100% required, but that's at least a sensible enough route that I take. Excuse me. This is an excellent. I love it when I find some. Ooh, they might find me here. I might need to be prepared to turkey it. No, that's right. Just don't see me. Just go away, please.
Ne bougez pas.
Oh, peas. You know what? I'm gonna get out of here and head for the bathrooms, I think. Give that lady just a second to calm down. Yeah, I'm gonna go in a general swoop down around the bottom, and then I kind of go up and through, and there's a, I remember in this level there's a coat room that has a whole bunch of disguises in it, which is of course just super nice. Whoop. There we go. The patrols don't seem quite as, strenuous, one might say, or annoying might be another term. Alright. If I can hack, can I... Yes, I can hack just out of his field of view. That'll save me, fortunately, a couple wrenches. I really wish my hack could take out... Yeah, I don't... Alright. This isn't ideal by any stretch, obviously. Excuse me. The fact that those are all, punch guards is kind of nuts, and I just want to point out again, this is why I have the wrench. It's good for a lot of things, but boy is it good for a quick getaway. Anyway, everybody in the world still alerted to me, but I did get away with all that money, and I've still got a whole bunch of wrenches. For these later levels, it's kind of interesting because, honestly, I feel like for a level that this late, they probably, I mean, there's some MIBs on the level, but that probably should have been a lot of blue guards and MIBs. Although I'm glad it's not, because I'm here to tell you that if it was, I probably would have been toast right there. Anyway, excuse me. Yeah, having a quick getaway is always just so nice. And for these big pickpocket heavy rooms, I do really like the idea that we jumped right up on stage. Now here's that room I was talking about. Turns out I had to get back here because there was a penny. I mean, presumably these two poor people are trying to act in their scene of choice, but, you know, whatever. I'm no great respecter of opera. Oh, I'm about to explode here. Ooh, but I am out of pennies for this floor. Excuse me.
Ne bougez pas.
Alright. I will snag one more. Is there like a... I almost feel like there might be a secret passage into here. Nope. No such. Oh, I can't even get a new disguise. It's too early for that. Hide from this blue guy here. The kinds of guards that are patrolling are just so important for this game, and we'll see that to our detriment in the next level. I'm actually going to blow a wrench there, and it may seem like that was profligate, but first off, I have, you know, wrenches to burn through, and second off, I just kind of want a disguise for this part up here. There are a lot of civilian eyes in this first part. This level feels a bit like it's, you know, it's the penultimate challenge, and since the last level is really a security challenge first and foremost because the guards are just so brutal, this feels like kind of a penultimate challenge of how well can you get away from the security that's in the game. And it's not as hard to me as the palace was. I don't know. That guy has a key, but we really don't need keys anymore. We've got those. Here's a disguise. That's what I was sort of looking for. He's gonna call his friends. I like that they play a little organ remix of the main theme there. That's great to me. And this part is, I don't know. I get the sense that it's supposed to be kind of hard, but there's not a whole lot that you have to worry about because there's all these line of sight breaking pillars around the outside there. And yes, people are seeing me, but as you can see, my disguise isn't really going down quickly because they're all looking at me from sort of a distance. Oh. Excuse me. And even if they notice me like that, I've got buku wrenches, and there's ladders, there's bushes, you know, there's anything the heart could desire, really. I don't even really need that health. I think I'll be okay for the rest of the game. For the rest of the level, not the game, certainly. I got the only hard thing to get in this little stage here. And yes, Hector is extremely nice, because you can see some of these pennies are near the table. And every time you open one of the little stacks of cash, it appears, you know, more towards where the guards are. So it's nice to have a monkey friend that just runs out and grabs it for you. But that wasn't going to be too hard no matter who we picked. I just wanted to play a little bit. I just wanted to play. I took too many hits there. I'm getting jovial and I'm playing around, and that is not a good sign. As a matter of fact, I'm going to wait until these guys go away after having investigated the area, and then I'm going to get that health pack down there. But I wanted to play around. I feel like I'd earned it a little bit. Yeah, it's such a fun game to play. Like, I'm trying to articulate exactly what it is that feels nice about it, and I think it's just that they've done the whole stealth thing like so well. It's you always feel like, you know, you need to keep moving, you need to keep sneaking. You do feel powerful in a sense, you know, in that Oops. I meant to unlock the door, lady. I'm sorry for skeletoning you. You do feel like you have abilities. You feel like you are powerful with almost every character. Only rarely will I be in a level where I really feel, you know, just disempowered and vulnerable and bad in any sense. I didn't take any hits. That's nice. But at the same time, you are certainly not powerful in the sense of, like, you know, mighty. Like, you need to avoid everybody. Every guard is a real danger to you. Obviously, the melee guards less so than the gun guards, but, you know, every level is dangerous. And by the end, you know, in the beginning you just get the sense you're carrying out these sort of rinky-dink heists. And by the end, you're really running circles around everybody else. Okay, now I'm afraid for the Hotel de Monaco, I am going to have to break with my usual tradition, sad as it is to say, of being the pickpocket, because in the locksmith story, which is this first one, at this point, the gentleman and his companions, who are the mole, the hacker, and the redhead, abandon the original four to be captured by the police, and so you have to steal everything and escape as them. So this will be your one chance to see me play as anybody else because I'm forced to. Obviously, except for the times when I was, you know, rescuing a thief and forced to become then. So I'm going to become the gentleman, and he is great. You can see that I've got a permanent disguise around me, and I'm going to need it because this level is full of the absolute worst kind of guard, the gendarme, and you've seen them around, and dogs. I mean, it's swarming with guards, or with dogs and gendarmes, and they're so tough. The gendarmes are quick. They have a shotgun, which just devastates you. I mean, it just obliterates you. You can see, I guess, only the 4 of you guys got rooms or whatever. There we go. Penthouse is cleaned out. I haven't seen too much of them, and I'd like to keep that way, because any line of sight with the gendarmes is bad. They become suspicious extremely quickly, and really only the fact that I have a permanent disguise is giving me sort of a fighting chance here. The redhead might be pretty good against them, because, you know, she can afford to be seen by one. My thing is, as soon as she's been seen by one guard and they're kind of following her around, her power is just nullified, and she just becomes a completely average person. And, you know, this is a tight level. There's a lot of corridors and stuff like that. And odds are you're going to run into 2 people at once at some point. Excuse me, sir. Dogs getting your scent is obviously just about the worst on this level. Disguises are still valuable to pick up as the gentleman, because these disguises are much more robust than the hasty cardboard and spit stuff that you put on normally. There's just an assault rifle in there, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, just an assault rifle, would still be great, you know, if you had to quickly dispose of a man. But I really don't want to start getting into a fight with the gendarmes. So, the palace was an extremely hard level. This one, I'm not sure quite how to call it. Oh, see there, the dog got me even through my disguise. Fortunately, I think I shook it. I think I broke line of sight for long enough. I do miss the Pocket's ability to quickly jump into bushes. That's kind of a shame I had to give that up. But, anyway. Oh, yeah, this thing. Wheel. Let's see if I can run back here. Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Peas. Oh, double peas. On nuts. Gotta get away, and now. Oh, I just put back on my disguise. Dog's got me. Dog's got my scent. That is obviously super bad. I don't know if I can get away in a bush like this. Might be able to. Oh, thank goodness. Did I take a hit? I didn't take too much of a hit. Okay. Oh, I think we might be back to normal. I didn't notice my disguise getting blown off there. And, the gentleman's relationship with dogs is sort of an interesting one, just in that he's got this really, to me, I'm sure if I played this game more it wouldn't be so, but to me, a really ambiguous amount of detection at any given time. You see my hack there shut off the phone before it could draw anyone's attention, which is, you know, I'm grateful for. The other thing about the gendarmes is they're just always running. Meaning, can't really, you know, settle down anywhere and wait for them to just go away or anything. It is worth wrenches. Believe you me, getting stuck anywhere with the gendarmes on your tail is just such bad news. I think the dog did not lose my scent. Okay. Gotta get back up there because there's a single penny left, which is the way these stupid things always seem to go. Excuse me, ma'am. Alright, now we're cleaned out. Excuse me. And I broke line of sight for long enough to get my tuxedo back, and oh man. Don't even care at this point. I'll trip all these guys on my way down to the second floor. Every floor gets harder on this level. I mean, they are not messing around. With 2 players, it's a little bit easier, but the focus of this level is on making you feel trapped and this sort of really exciting escape. I mean, the idea is, you know, the authorities are more or less on to you at this point, and they've, you know, they're closing down, they're coming after you. Somebody, presumably, has alerted them, and so they've sent out, you know, a number of extremely high-profile, trained police. You know, these aren't the rent-a-cops from earlier. These people know exactly why they're here, and they are here for business. And that business is perforating you. The cleaner can actually be pretty good in this level. Oh, spit. Excuse me. Don't care, I have a lot of wrenches, and I will happily burn them. There we go. Getting up and down. I mean, if it seems like I'm being paranoid about this, then yeah, look at that. I poked my dumb head out for just a little bit too long. One of them got me with his shotgun, and there goes over half my health. You can see the level of paranoia I'm displaying may not be entirely unwarranted. Okay, I don't know if there's a penny in there. It sure looks like something I want to access is in there, so I'm going to try to get a key from somewhere in this level. I actually do like this. I mean, I know I'm making sounds like I think this level doesn't quite fit with the spirit of Monaco, which is, you know, gentlemanly heists and daring do and, you know, escape. I don't know. This is it feels like a much less careful level than some of the others, if that makes sense. The palace and the casino are very much, I mean, you're thinking on your feet, for sure, like you saw I did when I was locked in the vault there. I had to, you know, look at my available options and think, well, okay, I can just barely get to this rocket launcher, which I'll admit is a heck of a tool to have at your arsenal. But, excuse me. And in the bush I go. And in the other bush I go. Hopefully I can pick this. Yeah, but this level is, you know, as I've said before, more just an all-out panicked dash for freedom. Although, of course, with the proviso that we are getting every single one of these spare change. I'm not sure what is supposed to be going on in this level. Presumably, everybody was, you know, sort of caught in a panic by the arrival of the gendarmes and just left valuables and trinkets lying around as the hallways were cleared or something, although there were also civilians about, so I don't know if that exactly holds up. Who knows? The real point to this level is there are some pennies. Get them. I also like the both oh crap. I wrenched myself on that disguise just in the nick of time. You can also see that it's very important in this level to heal yourself absolutely whenever possible, because the gendarme's shotgun fire is just so punishing. I don't know what I did there. I guess I wrenched a door. I don't have unlimited wrenches, and I'm actually starting to run a little shy of where I'd like to be. Actually, oh, peas. Time to go, time to go, time to go. I don't want to risk running out of wrenches in opportune time or anything like that, so okay, I've got my disguise back now. Head down. There's some more. Oh, there's a single penny left. How's my health? Half health. Not the best, not the worst. And there it is. I had seen it before, so no surprise as to where it is. Anytime you get a second to yourself is a good second, because it allows your skies to come back. That guy was, of course, walking in an extremely opportune way, but, you know, what are we to do? Hey, I just work here, man. Whew. Was a bit of a near thing. And just to make sure, yes, I am completely out on those floors. That's excellent, and so down I go. Okay, first priority is going to be, there's a health kit right there. First priority is accomplished. Second priority is grabbing all the pennies in here, and third priority is getting the heck out of Dodge. You can see that there's a helicopter circling. We haven't seen one of those in quite a while, which, you know, makes sense. As professional thieves, we don't often have full-on helicopter support after us. All of these sections would just be so punishingly hard, without being the gentleman. I mean, the mole is okay, but this level isn't really his dig. Some of the bits are, dig, joke there. Some of the bits are because a few well-placed holes can, you know, expedite. Where are they going? Would love it if they were not coming up this way. Oh, they're not, thank goodness. Expedite penny recovery. Oh, a disguise is exactly what I need. There we go. Notice that there are guards around the outside of the building too, so that's actually a mole block, I think, because one of the mole's frequent tricks is to just mine his way straight out of the building and walk around out there. Okay, good to know that there's a computer which can presumably be hacked, although I don't know quite how safely in there. I'm running out of real estate, which is only a good thing. That was dumb. That was super dumb. I might die because of it. No, I didn't. Thank goodness. You can see with the gendarmes that because they have shotguns, the closer they are to you when they fire, the more damaging they are, but they're always going to take away a point or two of health. You know, at very least, they're going to hurt you as much as a pistol guard is. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I will use a wrench to not be in the same room as a gendarme. There we go, there's that penny. Oh, shoot! Excuse me, folks. Oh, it's that tuxedo back. You can always tell people can see you or not, of course, because the bars around the outside change from black when you're unknown to white when you're being monitored, and it's always a thrilling little moment there. Just waiting for it to come back. If you're waiting for a long time and you notice that your disguise is not coming back, that is a good sign that somebody has a beat on you. Excuse me, folks. Do I have a key? I do not, but that lady up there has one, so as very soon as I get my disguise back, I'm gonna go for this. Fortunately, key doors open extremely quickly. Shoot. Worth it. Don't care. Both of you can get stuffed. Okay, they're gonna go find somebody? I really don't want to have to go back up there again. So let me get down here in this bush. Whew. A fist fight with the gendarmes. That is absolutely the opposite of recommended. Now everybody's going to pile into here, so I may still regret my decision not to run for it if a dog comes in and notices me or something like that. But and that's the last penny right there. I actually don't often beat this level on my first try, so I would be pretty proud of myself if I managed it. Don't mind me, ma'am. Just go back to your thing there. As soon as I get this disguise back, just gonna hack it and friggin' book it. Yes! There we go. That is all pennies. And I did it on one character, which you see I don't think I actually had the trophy for that level yet. There is an epilogue, but again, you can only be the second 4 of the thieves, and unfortunately, it is a multiplayer only map. You are meant to be in a PvP sense, just shooting each other, and not having anybody on multiplayer with me right now. Maybe I'll do a little with Ms. Boondafund or something like that. There's really nothing to it. I'll do a little victory lap as the gentleman, just sort of for old time's sake. Just to beat every level with you guys. But thanks for seeing me through. That was solo Pickpocket. I think there's like a semi-secretish thing over here. Let's see how I get through. Get me through there. There we go. And this is a normally inaccessible part of the graveyard. You can see I can break in here. We will not. We will not stop shooting each other, for we are criminals. And of course, at this point in time, everybody is well and truly betrayed. The gentleman is evil. We all hate the gentleman. And that is where the story stands. Until you do some of the other chapters and discover that there may be more. And we'll see. I'm gonna do a little couple tests on those, see if they're feasible as Pickpocket only. I know, they're tough. They're really tough. But this is at least finishes out one campaign for us. So again, thanks for playing through with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit about pickpocket strategy and thieving and skullduggery and the like. So I leave you with that. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. It's yours is mine.